Hello everyone. I'm Kaval Jahan. I am so excited that you are here. Today we are going to be doing an inner child healing meditation. So for those of you who don't know what this is, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and then we're going to get into the meditation. The meditation can last anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes because I am channeling it and I'm doing it without any script or anything here. We're going to see and tap into your energy too. So anytime anyone that's arriving to this video and at the time that I'm recording this, I'm just going to tap into the energies of the collective and the consciousness and my clients who have been working with me, and do this for them and for you and for everybody who really needs this. So if you have found this video, then stay with me. We're going to do this together. If you don't know what inner child healing meditation is, or just inner child healing work is, a way to think about this is, remember the times you get triggered? And for those of you who don't know what a trigger is having an emotional response, a very strong emotional response to something someone did or something someone said. It can be something really small or something really big. And what ends up happening is that the trigger gets activated. It acts as a mirror onto you to see what is it that needs to be healed, what is it that hasn't been looked at and has been nurtured within you. Therefore, it keeps happening again and again. So it comes up in a way of a pattern. It keeps showing up as a pattern deep down, something that has wounded you. So an example of this is when you were a child and you wanted your mom or your dad to hear you, and you went over to them and you were like, oh, mom, dad, I need you to. I need to tell you something about something that happened in your class, or something that a kid said, or maybe you got some really good grades and you got an A or an A plus, and you went over to your parents and you wanted to celebrate that and get acknowledged. And yes, maybe your teachers acknowledged it, maybe in the class it was celebrated, but most importantly, you wanted your parents to acknowledge this and to celebrate this with you, because you're a child and you want that hug and you want that encouragement and you want that, oh, this is so amazing, I'm so proud of you, that kind of an acknowledgement. But what might have ended up happening is you went to your parents or one parent, and maybe let's take mom, and she said you just went with so much excitement and she ignored you. Something was happening in her world, in her emotional space, and she couldn't hold that presence for you and that space for you, and in that you were ignored, you weren't heard, and you weren't seen. And what at that time, maybe you were 5, maybe you were 7, maybe you were 10, maybe you were a teenager, you made a belief came through in that you weren't important enough for somebody to hear you out, or these grades, you're trying so hard and even getting an A wasn't enough, so now you need to work harder and hustle harder to get your parents' attention. So with that, what ends up happening is the child creates a belief, the child gets wounded in those moments, they make it to mean something that is not true. Maybe the parent was busy, maybe something was happening, and that wasn't what they wanted to happen for you inside your inner world. And so something to remember is that when a trigger happens, an old wound shows up in the present moment. It gets activated in the present moment, and you feel that hurt, you feel that pain as if it is coming from the past, as if it hasn't been healed in the past, and it shows up in the present moment. So anytime we're pursuing our purpose, anytime we're starting that business, anytime we're getting into that relationship or getting on to go on dates, just take anything new you're going to be doing or anything that you're currently doing at work, in your relationships, what ends up happening, this thing will continue showing up and the wound will feel really new and it's still raw. Because even if it has happened 15, 20, 25, 30 years before. So what we want to do today is we want to tap into that inner child that wants to come up today in this moment, right here, right now. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go into the memory. And something we want to do is not go into the memory, because we don't want to have a trauma response to that wounding again. We don't want to relive this again. We do want to watch it and observe it and become aware of it. So anything that we want to heal starts with our awareness. So there might be things that you're not aware of, and it's going to come up in this meditation. And so I'm going to explain this more. You can drop in your questions, you can drop in your experience in the comments section as well, and you can also reach out on Instagram at Jahan, and there you can also DM me and we can talk about it. And I usually really love to respond to the community members and to any new clients that are coming through and existing. So just talk through it. You can leave a voice message to help you work through this. And so with that said, we are going to start with the meditation. It is a beautiful meditation, so we want to go slow and easy and be gentle with ourselves. What I'd love for you to do is to find a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged. I'm sitting in this chair, so I'm going to be moving a little and rocking, and I'm sure you're not going to be hearing that. Though I recommend you can sit on a chair. If you have back issues happening, you can be on the floor. But for this meditation, grab a journal, grab some incense, grab some candles, and let's sit down in a comfortable seated position, cross-legged, with your palms, your right palm, right hand in your left, or it can be vice versa, whatever works for you. And whenever you're ready, make sure that your spine is straight. And just come into your inner space by closing your eyes. And take a moment here to take a long, deep breath in into your belly, into your lungs, into your chest. And exhale from the mouth. Making any sounds in the beginning before we dive deep into the meditation. So let's take a long deep breath in, breathing into the belly, into the lungs, and into the chest. And exhale from the mouth, relaxing the chest, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the belly, and sighing heavily. Breathing in again, into the belly, in through the nose. Fill it up, let it balloon up, come up your lungs, feel it in your kidney, in your liver, up your rib cages, up into your chest, into your heart space. And exhale from your mouth, just slowly sighing heavily and listening to the sound of your breath. Very nice. Let's do this 3 more times together. And you really feel it in your third eye, in your whole body. We're finding that grounding energy, that centering, before we call in our inner child. Breathing in again into the belly, slow and easy. Fill it up into your lungs, into your chest, into your heart. Take a few more sips at the top. And exhale very slowly and gently. Shake it off a little bit. Shake your shoulders, your neck. Breathing in again into the belly, into the lungs, into the chest, and through the nose. And exhale from the mouth. And one last time, breathing in through the belly, up into your lungs, into your heart. Take a few more sips up into your heart space. And as you exhale, drop your shoulders, relax your chest, relax your belly, relax your hips. And just take a moment here to breathe in and out, in through your nostrils. Setting your sankalpa, what we call in Sanskrit the intention for your practice today. So take a moment here to set that intention for what you'd like to get out of this practice and how you'd like to be and what inner child you'd like to connect with. Is it the little you, the little girl, or the little boy that is in your mom's womb? It's 1, 2, 3, 5 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old. If there is a memory you remember from the past that you need to heal, that the little you is calling forth, just take a moment here, breathing into your heart space and out of your heart space. Listening to the sound of your heart and listening to the sound of your breath. Connect to a memory from the past. Connect to an age where you needed your parents the most. And once you have this memory, once you know the age, don't go into the memory. Don't go into that feeling. If it's not a memory, it'll be a feeling. If it's not a feeling or a memory, just stay with the meditation. And as you meditate with us, something will definitely come up. Imagine you see this little you in front of you, and just take a moment to observe them. Looking at them, see how old they are, how tall they are. Look at what the little you is wearing. Look at what they're doing with their hands and with their body. Take a moment to observe how they're feeling and what's coming up for them. As you're watching them and observing them, imagine the higher self that you are right here, right now, gets closer to the little you. And meet them at an eye level. Sit next to them, looking them in the eyes. Just observing that pain, that hurt, maybe the joy, maybe the love that they have in their eyes. And just stay with them, looking at them with a lot of love. Ask that little you, ask your inner child, what do you need right now? And as you ask them this, let them tell you, let them show you, let their fullest expression come forth. What do you need right now? Maybe they need a hug. Maybe they need you to hold their hand. Maybe they're really mad and they want to punch some pillows. They want to throw a tantrum. Maybe they really need to be heard. Maybe they really need to scream. Whatever it is that's coming up for the little you, Let them show you. Let them express themselves. Let them say it. And as they show you and tell you how they feel and what they need, just be with them with a lot of compassion, with a lot of love, looking at them the way they wanted to when they were younger. Looking at the little you with so much kindness, so much space, an immense presence, giving them the attention they deserve, they're worthy of, and they need. Taking a long deep breath in through the belly, in up into the lungs, into the heart, and exhaling from your mouth. You being there for the little you, asking them what they need, and them telling you as honestly, as truthfully as they can. Give them the time and space they need to be. Maybe they felt unheard. Maybe they didn't feel seen growing up. Maybe they weren't acknowledged and supported when they really needed someone. So whatever is happening in the little you's world, let them express it so they can release it in your mind. They can release it by expressing honestly and truthfully. Taking a long deep breath in through the nostrils, filling up the belly, the lungs, and the chest. Exhale from the mouth. Taking a few more moments here with the inner child. And before you say your goodbye, give them a hug. Hold their hand. Give them words of affirmation, words of encouragement. Tell them how much you love them. Tell yourself, the little you from your highest self, how much you love her, how much you love him, how much you love them, and how much you care about them. And yes, whatever happened wasn't their fault. Tell them it wasn't your fault. Tell them nothing's wrong with you. Tell them that you are exactly as you are. That you're beautiful, kind, compassionate, creative, confident, trustworthy. Anything else they may need to hear, give them that in this moment, right here, right now. And once you do that, slowly start to say your goodbye in your mind, giving the little you a big tight squeeze, a kiss on the forehead, a kiss on a cheek, rubbing their back, and telling them that you're always there for them and that you have got their back. And slowly, as you say the goodbye, from your mind's eye, come back into your body, leaving the memory, the inner child, and coming back into the present moment, right here, right now. Take a long, deep breath in through the nose, and exhale from the mouth. Do that one more time, breathing in through the nose, really fill that belly and up into the chest, into the heart space. And exhale from the mouth. And one last time, breathing in through the nose, into the belly, into the whole body, and straight into your heart space, and feeling that warmth in your heart, in your breath. And exhale from the mouth. And very slowly start to wiggle your toes, start to wiggle your fingers. Feel that warmth in your hands. Cover yourself up with a blanket if you haven't done so. And with your eyes closed, offer gratitude for finding this meditation. Offer gratitude for doing the best in this moment, right here, right now, for connecting to the younger you and to healing any wounds from the past. Offer gratitude for being kind to yourself, even when you're probably really hard on yourself. Just telling your subconscious mind that you're grateful and happy to be here, to be alive. And when you're ready, open up your eyes and come back into the space, into your room, into your apartment, wherever you chose to do this meditation. And with your eyes open, offer gratitude for just being here. Take a look at your palms. Rub your palms and feel that warmth in your palms. And you can do that and touch your face, your hands, touch your eyes and your face with that warmth. And really come back and get grounded after this. You may need a glass of water, you might need a light meal if you haven't eaten anything. A good thing to do is to go for a walk, to really get grounded in nature, so you're not in the past, you're not in your mind. And what we want to do here is we have done this from a place of awareness. And so we're not trying to stay in this, though your body needs to integrate this. You're on a cellular level, this healing that you did today. And because we did it with so much love, and you took your time and you did it with presence, your inner child is going to be with you the whole day, depending on what age came up, what memory came up, what experience came up. Now, something to do is you can also journal. You can write a letter to your inner child of that memory, because you may need to come back to this one again and again, because the intensity with which this was created and how many years you've been living with it, that you feel you're not good enough, that you don't feel heard, that you don't feel seen, that you don't feel safe in your body, that you can't trust yourself, then it's natural that we need to come back to this again and again and again until you get to a place whenever the trigger happens, from wherever you might be in the world with whoever you might be, that you can, in that moment, your meditation can be seen in real time, and you can take a step back and breathe and honor your inner child and remind yourself that in the moment, whenever you're getting triggered in the near future, that your past doesn't really have control over you, that it happened, that it's not your fault, and that you get to rewrite your story, that you get to tell yourself a new narrative and step into a new paradigm, step into a new reality, rather than letting the old realities, letting the old beliefs really take control. And so with that said, leave in the comments how your meditation was, how you felt, what inner child came up. If it's something really private, you can send it over onto Kavul Jahan on Instagram. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this. If you needed this, someone else is going to need this as well. And so please feel free to share it and to support us. And stay tuned for more videos. If you want me to make more videos on inner child healing, reparenting, working with the wounds, working with the triggers, if that's coming up in your daily work life, if you're really are feeling the past isn't getting healed and is taking control of your present and you can't create a new future, then I'm happy to create more videos for us, for you. And take it from there. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you soon.